My name is Danielle and I'm a member of the Crime Scene Investigation Unit within the Police Service of Northern Ireland. Our job is to find and collect evidence for wherever a crime has taken place. This is then sent to a forensic laboratory where the scientists have lots of specialist equipment that can reveal hidden clues. Their investigations will help the detectives identify suspects and work out what might have happened during the crime. The evidence we find may also be used in court when the judge and jury decide whether the person who has been arrested is guilty or innocent. Because the evidence is so vital to the investigation, we have to work very, very carefully. We might be looking for tiny hairs, fingerprints, or fibres off the suspect's clothing. We have to wear special suits and gloves to ensure we don't contaminate evidence by mixing it up with other material from our own clothes, bodies, or equipment. Anything we collect has to go into sealed bags to make sure it doesn't get contaminated before the forensic scientists have a close look at it. If it did, it would stop the evidence being used in court as it would no longer be reliable. Okay, so there is part of a footprint. It is a partial mark, but we can see it in the tread of the dirt. So what we're going to try and do is make a plaster cast to take an impression of the footprint from the soil. So okay, the plaster of Paris is set into all the wee ridges that are on the bottom of a shoe. Every footwear mark is unique to that individual. So we'll get this sent in to our footwear laboratory. They'll obviously clean it down and have a look for any of the ridge detail that's on the bottom of your shoe. We have a database as well that has suspects' footprints, and hopefully there's a match. Sometimes we find DNA samples from the suspect or other people that have been in the area. We all have DNA in every tiny cell in our bodies. It's like a unique code which contains all the information about how a living thing will look and function, including hair and eye colour and how your lungs work. It's working away from the moment we start growing, even before we are born. If we can find some of this DNA from anything that has come from the suspect's body, scientists can decode it and look on our computer system for a match with a known criminal. You can pick up DNA from anything that has come into contact with someone's sweat, saliva or blood. There may also be tiny fragments of skin or hair. It could be something that you can't see at all without the special equipment that the scientists use. So always look out for anything at a crime scene that might carry a sample of DNA. It could be a cigarette butt that has been in the criminal's mouth, a drinks can they have used, a blanket they have slept on, or a hat they have worn. Okay, with this Coke can here, we have a potential for DNA around the rim where someone's been drinking out of it. You can see that the liquid's coming out from the side, so all around the rim where someone's mouth would be, we could get DNA. As well, there's a good possibility of fingerprints on this tin, especially where they've crushed it. The ridge detail would be along the bend of it, so we'll get this sent in for a joint examination for fingerprints and DNA to get the best results from the tin. At marker 6 and marker 7 are 2 cigarette butts. Because the cigarette butts are DNA, we'll have to wear a mask. It's just to preserve, it's not to contaminate any evidence, so that I'm not transferring my DNA onto the cigarette butts that I'm seizing. So you can see that these have been smoked, so there will be DNA hopefully on the filter of this cigarette butt. We put it in a pot, and then all evidence is put into sealed bags at the scene. Soon you're going to be heading off to look for clues at a possible scene of crime near the river, where a suspect was seen behaving suspiciously. Here are some top tips to help you gather the evidence you need to crack the crime. The most important thing is to keep yourself safe. Make sure the criminal isn't still around. If the crime involves anything that is dangerous, such as poisons or germs, don't pick anything up without protective gloves. It's also crucial to make sure that you don't contaminate the evidence. Those gloves will help with that too. Make sure evidence goes straight into a bag to stop it being contaminated. Be careful when you're walking around. You may be treading evidence into the ground. It could be as tiny as a single human hair or fragment of material. Things that may not seem significant when you first see them could be important later in an investigation. It could be a discarded piece of paper or a shopping receipt. Try and collect anything that could be a clue. Take photographs to show where you found it and write down the date and time. Good luck with your investigation.